Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to talk about potty training and some things that every parent should know. So it's potty training time in my house again, and it's totally different this time. I have potty trained now 2.5 children because I'm still in the process of potty training my daughter. The first two were boys, one that I nannied and then my son. And potty training a little girl so far has been completely different than it was with my son. And I thought that with my experience that I've been going through with my children, that it would be great to do a video. The first thing that you need to keep in mind when it comes to potty training is that there is no magic age to potty train your child. Some parents potty train at 2 years, some at 3, some before 2 years. It totally depends on your child. And there's nothing that you can do to make it happen any faster than your child is ready for. Speaking of your child being ready, that brings me to my next point, and that are what are the signs of readiness that your child is ready to potty train. And this varies from child to child, and some will have some of these and not all of them. And some of the signs are if your child is staying dry at night. Now this is very, very iffy because some kids don't do this until way after they're potty trained. But if they are starting to stay dry at night, that's a good sign that maybe it is time to start investigating potty training. Number 2 is if they can pull up and down their diaper or their pull-up or pants or whatever, or if they start taking their diaper off all the time. That's another sign that maybe we could start potty training. Another sign is if they're asking to go potty and they're pointing at the potty. Now this is a lot more common, I think, with kids who have an older sibling and they're watching that older sibling going potty. This is what happened with my daughter. She saw him, she would take off her diaper, point to the potty, and say that she wanted to go. So it's different. My son didn't do that, him being a firstborn. So every child, again, is different. The third thing that you want to keep in mind is that the time that it takes to potty train is going to be extremely different for each child. My son, it felt like it took forever. And then one day it just magically clicked and I was like, what happened? Where has this child been for the last months that I've been trying to potty train? Now my daughter pretty much completely potty trained herself. She's not 100% potty trained, but she's not even 2. She's only 18 months old, just turned 18 months old, and she totally initiated it, totally did it all by herself. And I would say like 90% of the time she goes on the potty. The next thing is to give your child grace and be patient. This is all so new to them and they don't know what they're doing. They don't know why. What's the point of potty? Why stop what I'm doing and go into a room to go potty when I can go right here? It doesn't make a lot of sense to them. So some kids don't like the feeling of a wet diaper or dirty diaper, so they potty train really, really fast. Other kids are just like, what? Why bother? So you just have to allow your child grace, give them time, be ready to revisit potty training. Sometimes it's better to take a step back if your child is just really, really not into it and wait until they're a little bit older. The next thing would be to do your research. There are tons of different options and methods for potty training, and you might as well investigate and try different ones out because you probably won't find what works best for your child on the first try. So be willing to try other options if something doesn't work. My last tip is to make it fun. If you make potty training something that's really stressful and if you're getting upset and frustrated with your kids when they're not going on the potty, it's gonna not be a fun thing. It's not gonna go smoothly. They're not gonna wanna do it because it's gonna stress them out and make them anxious. So if you keep it really fun and relaxed, and if they do have an accident, oh, no big deal, we'll try again next time, then they're going to be much more likely to try to do it because they're not feeling bad about themselves. They're not feeling like you're disappointed in them. So those are some things that I think are really important to keep in mind when you're potty training. What are your thoughts? And if there's something that you think is super important that I missed, make sure you leave it in the comments below. That way we can talk about it and share that information with other moms. And if you like this video, of course, be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you in my next one. Happy potty training!